Okay, today we'll go through the different Hadoop distributions. So first, till now, uh, we have discussed about the lot of basic tools, different tools in the Hadoop ecosystem tools. It's the FaceMap, the Hive, Pick, Scoop, Flume. So all these tools, if you observe, so what we are doing, we are downloading individually, and we are installing the uh, we are installing separately, and we are doing the configurations manually. Suppose if I have the uh, suppose if I have the 5 node cluster, I need to install the Hadoop in each machine. I need to download, and I need to distribute to every machine manually, and each machine I need to do the configuration separately. So I need to connect it to each machine through any one of the tool. Suppose if I have the cluster in somewhere, so through any one of the tool, I need to connect it to remotely. I need to connect through SSH or some other tool, and I need to log into machine, and I need to go through the configuration files, and I need to check the each machine. I need to check. So if I have the few node cluster, if you have the small cluster like 5 node or 4 node, we can do it manually. But if I have the under node cluster connecting to every machine and downloading the each tool, it will be little bit it will be complex to maintain that cluster, and monitoring the cluster also it will be difficult to monitor. So manually, if you want to installation, configuration, and monitoring for the large clusters, it will be difficult to maintain. So through the by using the Hadoop core distribution. So till now we have seen everything as a core distribution. So downloading the manually, installation manually, and doing the configuration manually. So all these things, if you want to do easily, so these distributions will help. So Cloudera, Atomworks, Mapper. So these distributions will help. So in market, we'll have the lot of distributions are there. So these three are the popular: Cloudera, Mapper, and Atomworks. So apart from this, we have the other distributions also there. First thing is core distribution. So in this core, so everything the whatever the uh, tools available in ecosystem. So all the tools open source, and we can install manually, and we can do everything manually, and we can build n number of missions cluster we can form by using Hadoop core distribution. But the main thing is, so the everything is the for monitoring and for installation configuration, so we need to do manually. So if you want to maintain the more cluster with the this core distribution, it will be little complex to maintain. So for that only we are going to Cloudera distribution. So this Hadoop core distribution, everything is open source by the Apache license. Coming to Cloudera distribution, so Cloudera distribution, it is introduced. It is the first third-party distribution. So it is introduced in 2009. So most of the production clusters, initially initially the Cloudera it is supported the Linux machines. So in 2010 or 2011, whatever the machines, whatever the applications are in production, so most of the applications are in the are use the Cloudera distribution. So it will mostly support the Linux after previously, but now it is supporting Windows also. Previously, it is giving more Linux. Why the what is the use of Linux and rather than the Windows? So Linux is almost the it is the open source, and it will be a lot of advantage compared to Windows. So multiple users, and we have the lot of advantage in the cloud. Sorry, Linux. So that's why only mostly the production machines it will support the Linux compared to Windows. Windows we need to pay maintain the we need to pay a lot of the license, and popular Cloudera popular cloud applications also is supporting the Linux machines only. Like for example, Amazon Web Services, AWS. So that also mostly it is supporting Linux, and it is supporting Cloudera distribution. So initially, that is the Cloudera distribution is very popular, and most of the companies also using the Cloudera distribution, and it will be depend on the companies. So some companies will tie up with some distributions, and some of the companies will tie up with the some companies. So this Cloudera will have the two things. One is Cloudera Manager, and another thing is CDH, Cloudera distribution for Hadoop. So basically, this distribution will have the it will contain the like a bundle or package. So if you install this package, so we will get the all the ecosystem tools. So ecosystem system tools it will come. So generally, in Cloudera distribution, we'll have the this package or distribution. We'll call it as a CDH. So Cloudera distribution for Hadoop. So this will have the all the Hadoop ecosystem tools. So every few months they will release the one version based on the latest versions. Uh, Cloudera distribution in Cloudera CDH will have the different versions: CDH3, CDH4, CDH5. So CDH4 is the old version. So CDH 4.1, 4.5, 4.6 will support the 1.x versions and the some of the Hadoop 2 Hadoop 2 features. CDH5 it will support the whatever the latest versions are there. Hadoop 2, all the Hadoop 2 features it will support. And also it will support Yarn also it will support. I will next upcoming classes I will tell you Hadoop 2 features and the Yarn features. We'll go through that one also. What is Yarn and what is Hadoop 2 features. So latest to CDH5 it will support the this Hadoop 2 latest version features it will support. So whatever the new versions are coming, so it will be released the minor changes. It will be released as a 5.2.3, 5.2.4 like that. It will version see minor versions. So if you have any major changes like Hadoop 1 to Hadoop 2 architecture changes are there, then it will be released as a CDH4, CDH5 it will be released. So that is about the CDH. So how it will be like this? How it will be like? It will be similarly like one example for how it will be CDH will be there. So suppose if you install the Microsoft MS Office, you will get the different tools like Word, MS Word, PowerPoint, Excel. So similar way, if you install the CDH, we'll get the HDFS, MapReduce, Hive, Pig. So whatever the tools we needed for the project, we can use that one. Other tools we can simply delete. So whatever the tools we needed for the project, simply we can install those things. So I will show how the UI it will be there. I will show you. Okay, that is about the CDH. I will show the how it will be there. I will show the CDH. What are the how the different versions will be there. I will tell you. Coming to Cloudera Manager, through Cloudera Manager mainly it will be UI. So installation and the configuration and monitoring and the cluster, everything it will be in UA. So once we Cloudera Manager will have the two things: SCM server and SCM Cloudera Manager server and Cloudera Manager Cloudera Manager agent, server and agent. First we install the server. So automatically in web we will get the one port it will activate. So by using that code in browser, we can do all the installation, multi-node installation, and everything we can do. It will be very easy to install also. It will only browser. Next we need to select what are the machines we need to install and what is the package we need to install. So we need to select next like how we install the software. Similarly, in browser we'll get the steps, and through browser only we need to select what is the name node, and we need to select. So that is how we can install the through Cloudera Manager only we can install, and we can uh, download the CDH. So I will show how we can install the Cloudera Manager. I will show how the Cloudera Manager will be there. CDH5, CDH4, and CDH5. So what are the things it will be there in Cloudera? I will show you. Okay, this is about the Cloudera. Similarly, one more thing about the Cloudera distribution is Cloudera distribution. So it is not fully open source. So it will have the two versions: Cloudera standard version and Cloudera enterprise. Cloudera in standard, they will give the all the things as a free of cost. But coming to Cloudera enterprise, they will charge for the companies. So whoever wants to, so what most of the company, if any one of the companies want the enterprise version, so they will charge some cost. So it will be, so what they will provide externally in enterprise means, they will, if they any of the companies want to support or backup, daily base support or daily base backup, or some of the features if they want extra. So for that only, for the enterprises only, they will charge. So other than that, if you want to install the standard, suppose 10 node cluster or 20, if you want to install the cluster and monitoring, so everything is it will become under standard version. But apart from that one, if you want to any kind of backup or technical support or that kind of support, if you want, so they will in enterprise version, we need to pay, companies needs to pay some money for the only for the maintenance or the support only, not for the this distribution, installing the cluster. So everything it will be come under standard version. So apart from anything enterprise level, anything is needed, so it needs to be companies needs to pay some money. Coming to autonomous distribution, so I think it is introduced in 2011, I think. So this distribution are initially it is giving the mainly it is having the support of the Windows, but it have both support Linux and Windows support. It is have initially it is having more Windows support, and it is typed with the Windows, and it is given Windows support. So but recent days Artworks is coming very popular, so it is introducing lot of tools, and it is giving lot of contributions to Hadoop further future research. Artworks, one of the main thing it is contributed for the yarn. Contributed a lot of things for the yarn, and other tools also it is contributing Artworks. So whatever the tools it is coming newly, so those are not developed by the one company. So it is contributing by the lot of open source companies, and lot of other companies also it is contributing, and they are developing the new tools like and other tools also there. Spark also there. So it will be contributing by the if you have any performance issues, or if any architecture issues in the older versions, lot of companies are uh, uh, forming as a group, and they are contributing a lot of things. So Artworks mainly it is the open, everything it is providing as a open, open source, and it is using the Atomworks are using the all tools are developing all the tools by using the open source only. So Cloudera, if you want to install the CDH, in Cloudera will have the Cloudera Manager. So that is the Cloudera Manager is the Cloudera own product. But coming to Atomworks, if you want to install the Atomworks, uh, we have the tool called Ambari. So Ambari is the open source. By using the Ambari, so we can install and we can monitor, and whatever Cloudera Manager it will do, we can do with the Ambari. So Ambari is everything is open source. So mostly the Artworks it will be involved in working on the open source. It won't have any enterprise versions. The Artworks is providing everything as a open source. And coming to Atomworks, like Cloudera CDH, Atomworks will have the HDP. HDP means uh, Atomworks Development Platform. So this HDP will similarly like Cloudera CDH3 and CDH4. So Atomworks HDP will have the HDP 1.x and HDP 2.x. So HDP 1 it will mostly it will support the one versions, Hadoop one version. So coming to HDP 2, it will lot of the whatever the new tools are there. So it is supporting the new versions and new tools. So if you want to install the HTTP, so we need to install through Ambari. We need to install. So it is Artworks. Recently, Artworks having the lot of new versions like new tools like Tez and Spark. It is supporting lot of other tools also. Security side also it is introduced like Knox. Knox, one of the tool called Knox. It is introducing. So this is about the Artworks. So I will show the previously I have real-time experience on Cloudera and Artworks. So in my laptop I have the both Cloudera and Artworks. We'll see how the environments will be there. Apart from the Cloudera and Artworks, one more popular distribution called Mapr distribution. So this Mapr distribution architecture side it will have some difference compared to Cloudera and Artworks. So internally, they are using the NFS access. So internally, they will have the Mapr file system, and it will be little bit different. Architectural side, it will have the little bit difference from the Hadoop. So internally, they will use the NFS concept for the network file system. Network file system concept they are using for the storing the files and everything. So if you want to practice, we can Mapr distribution also is providing the one. If you want to, it will provide in the this, VM file it is providing. So Hadoop latest version they are introduced the this NFS concept. Actually, Mapr distribution itself, so architectural side, so by default they will have the NFS access. So whatever the Hadoop file system is there, instead of loading data into Hadoop file system, so through NFS they will point to local machines and they will load the whenever. Suppose if you want any data through HDFS, if you want access for the Mapr disk, so simply they will give you some path, HDFS path, but actually the files won't be there in the HDFS. It will be pointed to the some local machine, and whenever we need, it will get from the local by using the NFS access. Previously, initially, so Mapr distribution internally, it will work everything like NFS access. This same concepts they have Hadoop latest versions, maybe Hadoop 2.2 or latest versions, they have introduced the NFS gateway concepts in the Hadoop latest version. Same concepts. distribution, but that will be depend on the companies they are using the MAPA distribution. Okay, this is about the MAPA distribution, and also we'll have the few more distributions like IBM having their own distribution like InfoSphere Big Insights, and also for Microsoft they have the HD Insights. So for the Microsoft Windows Azure, so I think Microsoft having the uh, cloud applications like cloud computing in like Windows Azure. So for the Windows Azure, they are using the HD Insights. Most of the other cloud applications like Amazing cloud services like Amazon Web Servers and other also mostly they are using the other distributions. So they mostly they are providing the in uh, for the cloud service also they are providing the Linux. So that's why they are using the other Cloudera distributions or some other distributions. But Microsoft, they have the own cloud services like Windows Azure. Further, they are using the HD Insights. In their Windows platforms, they will use the HD Insights. So these are the popular, these are the distributions are there in the market. And also we'll have the one more distribution called Pivotal. So this, I think they will call it as a pivotal, like pivotal. So this also some of the companies are using. I think EMC Square, mostly the EMC Square using this pivotal in their cloud applications. They are using the pivotal EMC Square company. So this is so EMC Square is using this pivotal distribution. So based on the some of the companies are using some distributions based on the relations with the other distribution companies. So uh, some of the companies are using Cloudera, some of the companies are Atomworks. So most of the, as of my knowledge, Cloudera, Atomworks, Mapper is the popular. Apart from the other distributions, so based on the other companies' uh, interests, so they are using the other distributions. So all these distributions, so whatever the Hadoop ecosystem tools are there, so those tools only using functionality everything, but installation and the configuration and monitoring, they are providing some other services apart from the uh, core tools. So they are providing some other. Some of the companies will provide the more support backup. So that will be based on the companies or based on the distributions they will provide. So these are the distributions are there in the uh, in Hadoop market. So if you want to practice the single node mission, so you can directly you can go through the Cloudera Quick Start VM. So in this Cloudera Quick Start VM, we can see the I think previous classes I have explained little bit. So if you go to this page, so we'll have the different versions like CDH4, CDH 5.3. So what is the use of this Cloudera Quick Start VM? So if you want to practice in single node mission, if you want to see what is inside the Cloudera instead of installing the multiple mission, so we can see you can download the file and simply we can point it to VMware. So VM workstation we can point. So if you download, we'll have the different files like supporting VMware, VirtualBox, and KVM. So we can download, but it will have the different sizes. Before going to start, you can go through this documentation. They will give the username and password, and what is the details they will give, and also system requirement, how much RAM we needed. So we can go through the these requirements and the getting started. So once if you want to practice in single node, you can download and you can install, you can point it to VMware, and you can practice easily. It is very easy to practice. So, but maintaining the, if you want to install the multi-node, it will be little bit, in single laptop we can install. So this VM what will do means they will install the OS, they will install the Cloudera, everything. Once you started, automatically it will start. No need to, every time no need to run the start all, top all .sh and other things. So we don't need to run automatically. If you log into machine, so it will be, start everything automatically. So this is about the Cloudera Quick Start VM. Once you downloaded the files, once you downloaded the file, we'll get the file like, we'll get the zip file like, this zip file we will get Cloudera 4.3, 5.0, like this will get the zip file. Once you extract the file, so we'll have the file like VM X file we'll get. So if you want to open in the, this VMware workstation or VMware player, so simply you can click on open, and you can go through the that path wherever you have installed. You can go through that path. You can go through the whatever the versions you want. So this is the thing. So once you click on that one, you will get like this. Cloudera Clip Start VM you will get. So this is very easy to practice. Once you power on the machine, automatically everything it will be, it will take 2 or few minutes to start everything. So we don't need to run anything, to like start all and stop all. Everything it will be start automatically. So once you started, so we can access the Cloudera Manager directly. So Cloudera Manager, if you want to access, we'll have one port. We need to type the whatever the machine we have installed the Cloudera Manager server. We need to give that host machine. So in our in our single node machine, we need to type the local host colon. We need to type the Cloudera Manager port. Cloudera Manager port is 7180. So once we log into machine, so automatically the browser it will be started. So it will give the, if you want to go for the Cloudera Manager, we can click on this one, or you can click on this one. So it will take some time to, one a few minutes to loading the, starting the all the, automatically it will start. Once it is started, the Cloudera Manager it will start, and we can log into machine and we can practice. So they are providing some password, username and password. What is this password means? This Cloudera Manager password. We need to log into Cloudera Manager, and then only we can see the what is the cluster and all the details we can see. Okay. Once it is started, so we need to go to the this port 7180 port. We need to access through browser. If we want, we can directly access the, once it is started the manager, so we can log into machine. For the old version, the password is admin. For the old version, the password is admin. For the new versions, the password is, I think, Cloudera for the 5.3 version, and 4.7 also. The password is same Cloudera, but I am using old version like 4.5 I am using. So this version, the password is admin and admin. So once you log into this Cloudera manager, so you can see the how many hosts are installed in our machine. So here we can see currently we have installed only one machine. So that's why it is showing one machine. So if you want to install the more machines, so this in our local machines it is we can't install. So our RAM capacity it won't support. So basically for the each node we need the more than 4 GB we need. So at least minimum 4 GB we need it. So if you want to create multi-node, we need the more RAM for the installing this Cloudera manager. So if you want, we can click on this add new host to cluster, and we can install. So we need to click on continue. So everything it will be like this. So here we need to enter the whatever the IP address in our network. We need to enter, and we need to if you enter some IP address, and we can click on the continue. So it will give the steps to what are the things, what are the components you need to install in the new machine. So it will ask, and we need to select, and we need to install that install the new machine we can install. And also we can see the what is the cluster capacity also we can see. So if you want to see the whatever the disk usage, physical memory, swap space, so all these details we can see by using the here. So this host tab, so we can see the whatever the machines are there, and we can also see the status of each machine. So whether the this machine having facing any problems or everything is good. So like this, it will show the health of the machine. Also, it will show. So we can easily monitor the whatever the hosts are there. We can easily monitor from one place. We can easily monitor. If we want to do any configuration, no need to go for the machine. So here itself we can configure. If you want to do any configuration, we can configure from here itself. We can configure. If you having any new versions or new thing in partials tab, it will show. Suppose currently if you have any currently I have the 4.5 version, so that way it is showing the new version like 4.7. So whatever the new versions are there, we can download and we can upgrade to new versions also easily. We can upgrade to new versions. So that's why they are providing as a partials for the new versions. So this is the host, how you can see the host, how you can install the host. Similarly, coming to these services like whatever the components we needed for the Hadoop, so we can install. And here one more thing is, so instead of going to the particular machine and instead of giving the commands like start, stop, so here itself we'll have the actions. So if you want to restart the Hive, we can restart the Hive. I think the Hive is some bad health, means it is facing some problems. In that cases, if you restart the things, so it will be good. It will be everything. It will be good. So if you want to restart, no need to go for the particular machine. So by using the browser itself, you can restart. So it will stop the existing Hive process, and it will start. So previous, if you observe Hive Metastore, we are running the Hive Metastore and Hive Server by using the commands. So here it will automatically start the Hive Metastore, and Hive Server it will start automatically. Whenever we restart it, so it will start. Now if we observe, so it will come to the good health. So like this, if we are facing any problem, simply we can, if you don't want, you can stop, you can restart, and whatever the software, if you want to, if it is stopping stage, if you want to start, so we can start. I think previous classes I have given little bit idea about the solar. So solar it is related to searching. So if you want this solar, if you want to practice this solar, we can start and we can practice this one also. So every version they will provide these. So based on the new versions, so they will provide the latest versions of the component. Currently, I am using the 4 version. So in this version, I don't have the much Hadoop 2 features and the latest softwares like Spark, some other components. I don't have in this version. But if you install the Hadoop latest version, Cloudera CDH latest version, CDH 5. Currently, I am showing the CDH 4. So if you get the CDH 5, so then you will have the latest versions like latest softwares like Spark. So you can get that one also. So these are the components: HDFS, Hive, Scoop, and Zookeeper. Zookeeper, I will give upcoming classes. I will give some introduction about the Zookeeper. So Zookeeper, it will if you want to install the multi-node cluster, we need use of this Zookeeper. So Zookeeper, it will have the distributed coordinating system. We have the multiple machines we have installed in the cluster for the nodes communication, or for maintaining the read-write access, for maintaining the sessions, and the all these things we need the Zookeeper. We need to install the Zookeeper. So in cloud, if you install a Cloudera itself, we can maintain the Zookeeper cluster also. We can maintain. So I will tell you a few more details about the upcoming classes about the Zookeeper. While doing the Hadoop 2 and the HBase also, we need the Zookeeper. So this is about the Hive, MapReduce, Fuji, Solar, Scoop, like Flume. So these all the components it will be there. So apart from this one, if you want to add any other services, you can go through the add services, and you can add the any of the new services if you want. You can select and we can continue. So I think almost all are the we have included. So any new services or new component we didn't include it, we can add the services here. If you want to delete the particular component, we can delete from here. We can delete. So Cloudera, it have one product called Impala. So Impala also like it will also SQL on Hadoop, but it don't have the internally. It will don't have the MapReduce. So it will have the some own computing mechanism, processing mechanism internally. But for the faster performance, they have introduced the Impala. But instead of this Impala, also we are recently we got some other new tools like Spark SQL. Spark SQL also one of the new component. So I will give some basic introduction about the whatever the new tools they have introduced. So upcoming classes, one day I will give the what are the new tools, Impala, Spark, and also Artwork they have introduced the test, TZ test. So I will give some introduction about these tools, new tools. So Cloudera, it is the Cloudera own product, the Impala. So for the faster performance, faster SQL performances, they introduced this Impala. So these are the other tools like HDFS, all are other tools. It will come from the Hadoop ecosystem tools. Coming to, we have the tool called Q. So So this Hue tool, it will be in a lot of the distribution it will provide. So Cloudera have the Hue, Artworks also having Hue. So what is the Hue? This tool, it will be very useful for the developers. So Hue means Hadoop user environment. So if you want to access the Hue, we can go for the this port. We need to type the four, sorry, 8. We need to type the 4 8s. Then we will go to the Hue. So for this also you will have the admin and admin. So generally, if you have the Cloudera or Atomworks distribution, so most of the companies are in production environments, they will use this tool. What is the use of this tool means? So whatever the tools we have seen, HDFS, MapReduce, Hive, Pig, and also Woozy. So all these tools we can use, we can access at one place. We can access. So we can access one place. We can access. Okay. Coming to this tool, coming to Hue tool. So we can access the Hive, this Cloudera, Impala, and Pig, Apache Pig. So similarly, the file browser and the job browser. So all these components we can one place itself we can see. So mainly by using this tool we can see if you want we can load the data. So if you instead of using the commands, so by using this UI, so if you, whatever the folder if you want, you can create any one of the folder if you want, we can create. Instead of using the commands, Hadoop commands, through browser itself, if you want to create the folder, we can create. Suppose if you want to create one more folder, we can create new directory and we can give training for. So like this, we can create whatever the directory if you want. We can create the directory. So if you want to create any directory, you can create the directory instead of using the Hadoop mkdir. So we can use this UI. So if you want to load the file also, if you want to load the file in any one of the directory, simply new file, and you can instead of the file, if you want to load the data, if you want to create file or folder, you can create. Instead of that one, if you want to load the files, simply select files and you can go through the any one of the files. So if you want to load the file, simply you can click and open. So then you can load the data. So it is very easy to loading the data. By using the UI itself, we can load the data. So most of the in my current project also development environment, I can able to directly access to machines. but the in production environment they won't give the permissions to access the machines. So if they're given permissions to access the machine, so we can delete. There is a chance to delete intentionally. If you want to delete, we can delete. So for that purpose, if you want to see the data, if you want to see the name node and job tracker, and if you want to execute some high queries, if you want to execute, so they will provide this UI, and they will create one user for you, and they will give only limited access. They won't give the permissions to access the other folders. So only for your folders and some of the folders only they will give the uh, access. So that folder only you can access. If you want to delete that folder, you can delete. So here it will be delete will be there. If you want to delete, you can delete. So here it will have the two options for deleting also, move to trash and delete forever. So I think while explaining how to HDFS, I think I have forget this one. So what is the trash means? Like our normal Windows machine recycle bin. In HDFS, if we deleted any files, first it will move to the trash. So then it will be deleted permanently. Before deleting permanently, it will move to the trash folder. So for every we'll have the generally the like the this is the trash folder path. So whatever the files we have deleted, so it will be moved to the trash. But here the concept is we can set the trash interval. So if we set the trash interval to 1 day or 1 week, so it will be keep until 1 day or 1 week. So after the after the trash interval, it will be delete the files permanently. So this is the concept called trash. So whatever the files it is deleted, so first it will move to the trash. So after it will reach the trash interval, so it will delete all the files from the trash permanently. It will be deleted. So we can set the time trash interval if you want. We can set the interval. We can set to 1 day or 1 week. That will be based on our trash data. We can set. So for that only, if you want to delete any one of the folder, it is asking the move to trash or delete forever. So all these things we can perform through UI only. If you want to load the data, if you want to create new folder. So generally in real time or production, so they will create one user for you, and if you want to access your folder, if you want to test some data, if you want to load data, and if you want to run some MapReduce programs, so through UI itself we can do it instead of connecting to name node machines. If you in real time, if you want to connect, you need to use putty. Suppose if you are using Windows machine, simply you need to by using the putty only you need to connect and you need to use. Other than that, if you want to access this file browser and job tracker, they will create one user, and through this U tool you can access. If you want to see the tables, Hive tables, you can see it. So whatever the tables are there, so we have a lot of tables, so we can see. If you want to save the any queries, we can save it. So I have saved one query. So select star from employee. So if you want to store any queries, you can store. So if you go to my queries, whatever the queries you have saved, so that queries you can see. So you can give any name, and so I have given like select star from employee. Directly you can execute instead of typing manually. So you can save the queries and you can execute. So this is very easy to developers. If you want to test something, if you are facing any issues, if you want to test something, it will be very easy to practice. So like this, we can fire the queries and we can see. If you want to generate the MapReduce, we can write select name from the employee. We can get can see the uh, jobs also we can see. So we can write queries here directly, select name from employee. Generally, if you want some of the, I think yesterday I have shown Avro. So if you want to if you want to execute the Avro table, we need to add the some jar files. We need to add to browser. So that's why they have given this add option. If you want to add any resources, file resources, we can add here. Any jar files, if you want to add, we can add it. Okay, now if I executed this query, select name from employees, it will be convert as a MapReduce program. So whatever we are executing through machine CMD, so here we can submit the job and we can access. So if you see here, the job will be created. One job it will be created. MapReduce job. Once it is started, it will be created. Yes. So here itself we can see the instead of going to the that job tracker. So what is the use of this main use of this one means we can hide the production details. So instead of suppose if you want to access name node and job tracker, if you want to test the some AI queries, generally we need to connect to machine. So we will know the name node IP and everything we will know. So instead of that one, so hiding the production details to every user. So simply, if they want to test some data, if you want to test whatever the jobs are running, so if you want to test that one, so simply they can go through this UI and they can easily monitor the things. So whatever the queries you have submitted, so here you can write some sample queries. If you are facing any problem through query side, so if you want to test queries, so we can write the query, and if it is related to any map ready jobs are running, it will show whether it is running or succeeded. So it will show the status. So this is the advantage of this Q tool. So this is the old version. They are giving only Hive, Impala, Pig, and some of the things. If you install the install the latest version of the Cloudera, so you will have the HBase also. You will get the HBase also. So this is about the Hue tool. So this is like a UI tool for the Hadoop components. And similarly, we can check the good health and bad health in the Cloudera manager. So apart from this Hue, we'll have the other tools. If you want to access through UI, if you want to access all the components, you can access through Hue tool. And if you want to set any parameters like replication factor, or if you want to set the any other parameters, no need to go for the configuration files. Here itself we can set. Suppose if you want to set the block size, simply we can DFS block size. By default in Cloudera it will be set as 128 MB. So mostly the production machines it will be used. So that's why by default they are providing the normal Hadoop core distribution. It will have the default 64 MB. This Cloudera it is maintaining as a 128 MB. So mostly we will, if you want to deal with the more data, so we need the 128 MB. So that's why only their Cloudera is 128 MB. So any of the properties, if you want to change, if you want to change to 128 MB or more than that one, simply we can change here, and if you save the changes, so the changes will be replicated. So no need to go for the particular machine, and instead of doing the configuration from there, so here itself we can monitor the we can change the configuration like similarly like replication factor. We are using one machine, So if we have more machines, so we can set to 2 or 3 also. If you want, we can set replication. Once if you did any changes, we need to restart the particular component. We need to restart. So if we did any changes, configuration changes, we need to restart the component. So these are the what are the components are their processes. So internally in a particular Hadoop, what are the things are running in the you can check it, check in the name node, balancer, data node. So what are the components inside it is running? So it will show, and which machine it is running also we can see. So currently we have one machine only. So that's why everything it will be showing one machine. If we have the multiple machines, so then it will show where the secondary name node it is running, name node it is running. So here it will show the host name, it will show. So that is about the host name and services. So here it will show some monitoring CPU usage, different charts also it will show. Monitoring purpose, they will show if you are keep on performing some operations here, you can get the some graphs. So how many CPU usage is there? So that monitoring related things also you can see here. So what are the components installed in the particular machine? If you want, we can see. Okay, this is the thing. So we have the other tabs also. We'll have what are the activities we are running. If you want to see the create the charts, we can create some charts, and the administration side we can give. Some in these tabs, some of the things they will provide some server logs, some of the auditing. If you want to give the supporting, so some of the tabs they will provide for the commercial purpose. So other than this, other than the other thing, so the host, installing the host services. So these things standalone person also everything it will be we can access. It will be open, so open only. No need to pay anything for the maintaining the clusters and maintaining the services. We don't need to pay. Other than that, if you want to supporting purpose, backup purpose. So if you have the other custom enterprise level operations. So we need to pay for this Cloudera. So through Cloudera Manager only, once we install the CDH5, so we will get all the services. Through Cloudera Manager only, we can install and we can see. So once you downloaded this Cloudera Quick Start VM, automatically the Cloudera it will be start. No need to start the uh, thing. No need to start the components, and no need to configure. You no need to connect it to machine and no need to configure. So through one place we can see, through browser itself we can easily configure, install and monitor. So this is the advantage of the this Cloudera Manager and CDH5. Once we install the particular bundle, so we will get the all the components we'll get. So I will show CDH5 also. I will show. But I don't have the latest version of the CDH5, but I have the some 5.0 version I have. If you want the latest version, you can go through the website, Cloudera website, and so here you can get the latest version of Cloudera. I think 5.3. Before going to whatever the tool, if you want to practice the latest tool, if you got some knowledge about the tool, if you want to practice, so this VMware Quick Start VM were very helpful for the testing the whatever the new tools. If you go through any concepts or any new tool, so you can download this latest version. They will include the latest tools, and you can practice the tools. So I will show Cloudera 5 also I will show. Before going to start this Cloudera thing, so you need to check the RAM. So for my machine I have given 4 GB or 5 GB. Based on your RAM only you need to check. So whether you need more RAM, whatever the RAM, generally it needs the more RAM. You can run with the 2 GB or 3 GB also you can run it. But if you have the more RAM, it will be very fast. Otherwise, maybe sometimes you will facing some problems. Maybe it will slow. You can face some stuck. Maybe laptop sometimes it will stuck. So before running the mission, we need to check the RAM here. And I have previously I have given 5 GB. I have 8 GB RAM, so that's why I given 5 GB. You can give based on your RAM capacity. You can give 2 GB or 3 GB. And also you'll see Cloudera 5.0 also you can see. So in Cloudera 5 we'll have the some latest tools. It will be there. So we'll see whatever the latest versions are there. We'll see. Meanwhile, it is starting. So meanwhile, I can show the how we can install the Cloudera Manager in the multi-node machine. So previously while working on previous projects, so I have installed the Cloudera Manager in 3 or 4 node cluster. So first we need to install the if you want to install the Cloudera, first we need to start with the Cloudera Manager install. They will provide one bin folder and we need to install that one. After installing this one, so we will get one port like Cloudera, whatever we are seeing now. So we will get that port. So once you install the this Cloudera, so one minute. So first we need to download this Cloudera Manager install bin. If you want to install in multi-node in the production cluster or real time, so if you want to install the Cloudera, so we need to install this bin folder. Once you executed that one, so it will be started like this. It will start executing JDK and everything. Once you started this Cloudera Manager installer bin, so you can go through the access and you can access the 7180 port. Then you can log into mission. So then it will ask for the whatever the versions you need to install, whether you need to install the standard, enterprise. So it will ask. So if you want to test the enterprise, it will give 60 days trial. So you can install enterprise also. You can install. So after that, it will show what are the, it is supporting the latest version, what is it is supporting. So in CDH5, it will support Apache Spark and some other latest tools also it will support. So here, while these are the installation. So whatever we are seeing in Clickstart VM, so after installation only we are seeing. So before going to install the into multiple machines, so these are the steps we need to follow. First time installation. So we need to specify the what are the machines we are going to install. So we need to install the specify the machines. Then everything install. Previously, if you observe the Hadoop installation, we are doing everything manually. So we are connecting to different machines and we are doing some Linux operations and we are doing. But this Cloudera, this installation, these distributions, same way the Works and the other distributions also will be there. So everything it will be there through UI. So here we need to check the whatever the versions we need to install. So we need to install the CDH5 or CDH4. It will show whatever the versions are available. It will be show, and we can install the. We can give the password for the. Can give the username and password. Then it will be start installing the things. So it will automatically install the all the things. First it will install the Cloudera manager, and once it is installed, next step what we'll do means automatically it will download from the internet. So we don't need to download the manually. So whatever the versions we have pointed 5.0, it will download it from the internet. So they will provide different options. So if you want to directly install from the internet, we can download. And another option is, so we can download manually, and we can point whatever the wherever we have installed. So if you point, so directly that will install instead of downloading every time. So if you download it manually into our machines, so if you want, we can point it to that also. So instead of the download manually, if you give the automatic downloading, so it will connect it through the internet, and it will download the files. It will having the 2 GB or 3 GB. So it will download all the packages. So it will have all the latest versions of the Hadoop ecosystem. It will have. Once it is downloaded, it will be start distributing to all the machines. So all the whatever the things it is needed, so in our cluster, whatever the components it is needed, those components we can select and we can install. So here we don't need to specify the configuration files while installing the Cloudera. So in UI itself, it will ask which machine we need to install the name node, secondary name node, NFS gateway, and the data node and resource manager. So it will ask in UI itself. It will ask. No need to configure in the core site data XML, HDFS site data XML. No need to configure the. Once you specify here, automatically the configuration files will be created, and it will be created. So if you want to Hive, if you want to maintain the like MySQL, if you want to install here itself, we can install. By default, it will PostgreSQL it will install. So if you want to install the other machines, we can install. So these are the options. So once you specify that one, automatically it will start installing the Zookeeper, everything. So Zookeeper also no need to create manually. So Cloudera itself we can create. We need to specify what are the machines we need to install. So once you install, so we can see this screen. So whatever we are seeing in the Cloudera VM, so we can see from once you install, we can see. So this Cloudera VM, what they are doing means, instead of avoiding the, they will avoid this installation process also. They are installing the OS and Cloudera and everything. Simply they are giving this Cloudera admin they are giving. So Cloudera manager we can access and we can install. So once you enter into the machine, so whatever we are seeing all these things, so we can see. So this is the how we can install. If you want to install yourself into multiple machines, so this is the steps we need to install. But if you want to see what are the components they have introduced, so simply by using the click start VM, so we can download the VM and we can see we can log into machine and we can see. So username, password, they will provide in documentation itself, they will provide. So here itself they will provide username and password for each version. Cloudera, you can enter into machine. So similar way we can monitor and we can see the services. So real time we'll have the like this. So we'll have the different machines we'll have, whatever the machines we have installed. So if you want, we can specify the rack also, we can specify. For specifying the rack, we'll have some properties, we need to set that property. And in real time, so whatever they suppose if you have the 20 missions, here they will show the 20 missions. So like this, if you want to check any browsers, any jobs are running, if you want, we can check. So Hue tool, this is the Hue tool. So Hue tool will have the lot of the previous we have seen old version of the Hue. In new version, they will have the lot of new concepts, new tools also we can see. So this is about this is Hive, Impala, and Spark also we can see. and data browsers, HBase, Zookeeper, Scoop, so Metastore, so we can see it. So these are the Hue, we can see it, 2G dashboard. If we want to Hive also we can see it. So MapReduce, this is the new version of the MapReduce. So I will show this one also. In later classes I will explain the Hadoop 2 features and the app. If you want to monitor the cluster like this, you can monitor HDFS capacity, how many bytes read, how many bytes are written, how many blocks are read. So all these things we can see, monitor the cluster itself. Through UI you can see all these things. We can see all these things we can monitor in real time. So we can go through the VM, this VM. So once you enter, so whatever we are seeing there, so here if you are performing any operations, we can see the CPU, disk, and all the operations we can see. Health issues we can see. Cluster, all these services we are seeing. So we can see the all the services here we can see it. If you want to add, if you want to start any particular services, if you want we can see. So any of the thing if you want to restart, we can restart here. So these are all are the things. So they have introduced this one. Spark they have introduced. So like this, if they have introduced any of the new tools, we can see here. Similar way, we can go through the Hue. If you want to access, if you didn't remember the web UI port, simply if you click on this one, web UI, you can able to access the uh, port you can directly access. So this you can go through this one, and password also I think Cloudera. So once we entered into the Hue, so we will get the. So once we got this one, so we can see the whatever the editors are there, we can see. So we will have the Hive Impala. So they have changed a little bit UI also compared to old version. So they have shown Hive Impala. So all the query editors they have shown here. So data browsers they are showing here. Metastore, HBase also we can see. Previous versions we don't have the HBase. So we can access HBase tables also, Scoop, Zookeeper, you can see. And also workflows like dashboard, editor, we can see. Coming to search, they will provide the Solar search. They have included the Solar search like file browser, job tracker. So Cloudera, if they have their own administration or job tracker, file browser, you can see the things. So job tracker also we can see. If we want to go to the Hive, we can practice. So similarly, like previous versions, but they have changed a little bit UI in the latest versions. Look and feel it will be a little bit different. So they are providing HBase and also latest versions they will give the access for the Spark also they will give. But in I think 5.3 they will give Spark also. So this is the about the Hue tool. And once if you want to practice, you can download. Go through this link. Anyway, I will share the this link to everyone. You can go through this link and you can download and you can practice in your single node machine. You can practice. Okay, this is about the Cloudera, what is inside there. So most of the, if you go inside the companies, any companies, they will use any one of the distributions. Once you have practiced the this Cloudera and Artworks distribution, other distributions also similarly like this only it will be there, but little bit UI it will be changed. So tomorrow we will go through the other distribution, Artworks distribution. We will go through Artworks distribution. So if you want to practice, I'm sharing this link, so you can go through this link and you can practice. And if you want, I will directly you can go through Google and you can enter the Cloudera Quick Start VM. So you can go through this folder, and I will share. I have shared this link also. I have shared. You can go through this link. Okay. Thank you all. We'll continue tomorrow. Thank you.